Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. He looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that. That was way too easy.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Oh, here we go.
50. So after the INT, it's Brady. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Eric Armstead able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
A gain of 9 makes it 3rd and 9.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, 20, 10,
Come on, bring it,
and
baby,
into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
65.
They're going to try and run. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Brady. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Kerry Hyder just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. To try again after the sack. Brady trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Intercepted.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
Garoppolo's pass.
Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
and now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Buccaneers 21.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Illegal touching. Offense.
What you talking about? Get about the way. Booty chains, I'm about to win the game. Booty chains, baby, tell them booty chains. Ain't no stopping me. Ain't no stopping me. I am up. #1 seed. Ain't nobody popping up.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Brady going to throw. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 35.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
Brady's pass. Intercepted.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Now on first down, Mostert stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Good play defensively. It'll be a loss of 1. 2nd down coming up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards on the ground. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert taking it in. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. It's a run with Mostert. Here's a toss coming right. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Gronkowski the intended target, and now it's second down. To throw again, Brady. And Brady, the tight end's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
This is caught, Gronkowski. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
27 more yards.
A very solid gain of 27. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
6-yard line.
Now Brady again. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Steps away. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Mostert. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay? So,
true.
So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. And on this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys?
Not necessarily.
You find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. It might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side,
sure,
but not necessarily all the time.
It's 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. This is Mostert. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Once again, it's Mostert. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 25 yards to the house, and the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. On the move to his left. And that will be incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
By the 49ers.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So on third down, they dialed up the draw play. It worked. Got him in the end zone.
As one of our colleagues likes to say, calling the draw, everyone wants to yell all the time when the draw doesn't work. Like, what kind of play call was that? But it takes a little bit of fortitude to do that, and because you may catch them with the element of surprise and hit it. And in this case, they hit it for pay dirt.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Antonio Brown, AB, with just 1 hand to complete that catch. Is there anything he can't do?
He has just continued to impress year after year, hasn't he?
He has never forgotten that he wasn't considered an elite receiver coming out of college. I think every snap he takes it upon himself to prove that he should have been.
The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Levante David in on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a neutral?
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Oh, good. That keeps the score.
So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Touching offense.
Hey, through it. Hey, just through the flag.
Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets.
And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Anytime that ball comes to me, I try to take it to the...
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run the toss to Mostert. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Today's final score, Niners 55.
They picking snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two now.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's Super Bowl Sunday.
Season number 101 of the NFL might have been the most unconventional yet, but we have made it through together, and now the eyes of the sporting world fall on us here tonight, as it is the night we crown a champion. And all of us here at EA Sports so proud to bring you Super Bowl 55 from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And it's a matchup full of intrigue.
The Raiders take over.
Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders taking on yet another AFC team in the Baltimore Ravens. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. Finding room at the 30. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Good. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll throw right away. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
Buying time to his left. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 39 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
running the toss here to Jacobs.
8-yard line.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that?
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they...
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Defense.
They want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's now.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Steps away to his left. He'll run it, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Jalen Richard now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his car on third down. Aguilar has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he'll drop here to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Damon Arnett on the coverage.
Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He gives it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. A pretty wild first. Quarter, 21-7, our score.
Ravens 21, Raiders 7.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson, being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Ravens will extend their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember at our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting